Welcome to week 7, tackling the tailgate. What's up, my little chili beans? Lady Shot Caller here, one half of the Fantasy Shot Callers with week 7 tackling the tailgate. And you guessed it, chili. Chili's on the menu. Wait a sec, one half of the Fantasy Shot Callers. Where's the other half of the Fantasy Shot Callers? Man.
Hey, yeah. I'll see y'all week 8, okay? You know, take it easy and we'll get to it.
You guys hear him? You hear that? It better be him because I'm not doing all this by myself. Oh, Lord. You guessed it.
Who are we? We're the Fantasy Shot Callers to be. Anyways.
Here we are for another episode of Tackling the Tailgate. But first I want to give a shout out to Fantasy Football Wishlist for this Igloo Biggie Smalls cooler. It plays music, it cools your beverages, whatever it may be. So thank you for allowing me to win this, and shout out to Igloo Coolers because this shit right here is pretty dope. Beach, pool, lake, don't matter. You got the Igloo.
Or even next to your chair while you're watching football. I mean, I don't know, I'm okay with that too. You can Bluetooth from the phone while you're doing it.
Tackling the Toolgate, and we got the toolbox right here. I am looking to make a grand entrance, trying to make a playoff push in many leagues. There are different ingredients that I'm not putting in. Still don't see ingredients that I know here. What do we got here, ladies?
Yeah, that's what I'm here for, to put all the recipe together for a winning dish and a winning team. Just saying. We're gonna do chili today, but we're gonna do a whole different version of chili. I'm trying to get a little healthier in life, right? So we're gonna do ground turkey. You can't tell the difference when it's mixed in chili, you know, saucy stuff, right? I don't like a really heavy tomato-based chili, so we're gonna do easy tomatoes on that. The secret here, we're gonna do 5 beans. One of them, I'll tell you later, northern, black bean, pinto, and light kidneys. We don't, the dark red's got a thick skin. We don't want that, you know, even though you need a thick skin to play fantasy football. Bada boom. Ancho chilies, pasilla chilies, green chilies, along with some cumin and some other things that we will get into once we start mixing. Speaking of ingredients, do you have any new recipes for some wins in fantasy football week 7?
Week 7 is a huge bye week. You got Josh Allen, you got Jalen Hurts. So plug in Derek Carr. He could be a guy to have on your team, put in matchup to matchup, but he already had his bye week. You could also think about Jared Goff with that high-flying offense. That's pretty much all offense. In the Lion's Den, gobble gobble, bitch.
We're gonna move on to making this chili. All right, we want it ready for Sunday. We're gonna start with sweating our vegetables. And I need you to not sweat if you picked up Latavius Murray. Just because Hackett had a conversation with Melvin Gordon, we know how well Hackett's doing at coaching.
Goodbye.
So he might start Melvin Gordon, but Latavius Murray still has some really great chances to put up numbers and get that snap share and get them target. All right, so I need you to not sweat, and let's get this party started. Onions. We want a nice sizzle. We want a little bit of color on these because color is flavor. We've got hatch chilies. We're at the end of hatch chili season from New Mexico. We've got poblano peppers, pasillas, and garlic. We're gonna start by sweating these guys. We wanna build flavor. So we're gonna roast, simmer, add some seasoning, and then we're gonna add some more. And we want different layers of texture in there too. Catch you on the flip side.
We're getting the basis of the sauce going. Really, Lady Shot Caller is. I'm just here for the clout. Gotta talk about a little Sauce Gardner. His coverage on man-to-man against these elite receivers, bonkers. If you have Cortland Sutton going this week, I would bench him if you have a better option. We're looking at more man-to-man coverages because wide receivers this year alone are getting more fantasy points in zone coverage rather than man-to-man because the game script is changing for fantasy football from the run heavy to, unfortunately, these zero RB truthers. God damn it.
Hey, what's up, guys? I really never know what to say coming into these. We've got some color on our vegetables. As I told you not to sweat, Melvin Gordon's starting this week, but we'll see if we can hold on to the ball. We're gonna go ahead and add meat, ground turkey, toss that in with our vegetables. The meat gets and absorbs as much flavor as possible. You want to build your team from here now until the playoffs. So anybody that you're picking up on the waiver wire needs to be long term. Deion Jackson might have saved you guys during a bye week, but he's going to be a one-hit wonder. I think long term, we can look at Wan'Dale Robinson as somebody that you can hold out on your team, and that's going to help get you to the playoffs. Now that we added the meat, we got the flavor, we're going to let this season up.
You gotta get some canned chilies in there too. Preserved chilies are wonderful because they add a different flavor profile to your chili. Subtle, yet effective. Ow, ow, ow. Rustic, yeah, loco, yeah, ow. Throw those in there.
Beans, beans, the more you eat, the less you beat. That's not the song, but it's okay. Here we got beans for every day.
You wanna make sure you wash your beans because you will toot a lot more if you don't wash your beans. That's literally the reason why people soak their beans. Fun fact to know and tell. DK Metcalf was on the toilet last week. He got like 5 points, maybe, in full PPR. Ridiculous. Look for him to bounce back. Don't think we can say that wide receivers get a lot of points against the Arizona Cardinals. I think that narrative is null and void. First couple weeks, yeah, maybe, but now, nah. Throw these beans in here. Bada boom, baby. Look at that beautiful color pattern. We got a little dark green, we got a little kidney blood, we got a little bathtub. I mean, we're not selling kidneys here. We're talking about beans.
You gotta taste as you go. If you don't taste as you go, what are you doing? Don't cook. Let somebody else do it. Just like you're not gonna let somebody else pick your team. And the glue, the secret ingredient to your team is depth. My secret ingredient, bam, 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 refried beans. Who's ever heard of that, huh? The reason we're using refried beans, think of like a roux in jambalaya.
Ooh.
We're gonna coat the rest of the beans and all the vegetables, throw them everywhere. It's fine, it's just a part of the process.
You gotta trust the process, baby. You gotta trust the process.
Okay, so now we're gonna add, I think, just let the ancestors whisper how much to add. And not my ancestors, because they have no flavor skills. And we're gonna let this bind, because if you don't have time for a 6-hour chili and then wait a day for the flavor to kick in, this is your go-to, all right? Because just like you don't have a week to wait anymore for your players to do their job. Russell, told you, put in the players that are gonna boom. Put in the players that you have confidence in and faith in, no matter what any analysts say.
Oh my God.
But if for some weird reason Hunter Renfrow is on your waiver wire because he had to be dropped for a bye week, go grab him. Hunter Renfrow usually turns it up this time of the year. So look at that connection going forward, especially it's got a little bit of a groove down now. We're gonna pour a little tomato.
We're on to our finished product. Just like you should be building your finished product on your team for this year. We talked about it this whole show. But for the good stuff, we have a 5-bean turkey chili,
Gobble gobble, bitch.
a little bit of beer, we got some smoked chilies, we've got all the goods, and now we gotta top it off. I don't know about your toppings, but for me, I like to do a little smorgasbord. I don't need any crackers because I'm already cracker enough. You know what I'm saying?
See what you did there?
But I don't, white onion, green onion, I'm gonna do both. You want both?
Yeah, why not?
Good job, I guess.
Cheese. And then we'll do a little bit more green onion on top, just for that nice crunch. Sour cream. Chili, what is chili without sour cream?
We just creaming all over this chili.
Oh, geez.
Baby girl. Let's get up close and personal real quick. I always like to mix up my chili after I put the toppings in. It helps cool it down, but doesn't take away from the flavor. If anything, it adds a little bit. Sometimes you can even let it simmer. And like Carly Rae Jepsen, I'm coming back for you, baby.
Cheers.
I'm coming back for you.
All right, let's start up.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, see?
Oh, wow.
This is why you build flavors with the secret to any sauce or soup is to build. Start from the bottom and work your way to the top, just like my fantasy teams, except for like 2.
That concludes another episode of Tackling the Tailgate. Here's to you, here's to us. Let's get this dub. Because you know.
Cheers.
Fantasy is life, you know it's a vibe.